Hi, and good evening to you. Well, I want to share with you my idea and my expectation on the USDJPY against the new week. Remember, this is going to be a follow up detail of my previous analysis on the USDJPY, where we have been expecting a bullish momentum which has been evolving in the last couple of weeks. However, if we look at the daily time frame here, the first thing we observe is that price has been on a bullish momentum since the beginning of the year, and I was able to identify a bullish trend line after connecting the series of higher lows here, and we had that resultant bullish trend line that price has been respecting since the beginning of the year. Now, with the current structure that we have here and zooming into what has been happening in the last couple of months, I was able to identify this reversal pattern right from the month of July, right for the month of July, where price respected that bullish trend line. Then price movement evolved into what looks like a double bottom structure, which led into an outright breakout of the neckline at the 135 Japanese yen area. So the appearance of this reversal pattern here, that is this double bottom structure, gave me a clue into a possible bullish momentum, and also tells me how this bullish momentum is going to how long it's going to last. And from a technical perspective, the first thing we want to see after a breakout of a neckline like this is that price should come back and do a retest of the neckline that was broken. And if you look at the current structure here, the neckline also shares a confluence with the bullish trend line we were able to identify here on the daily time frame. However, if we look at the current structure here and see what happened since the breakout of the neckline, I think that was sometime mid of August. We saw the breakout of that neckline. We can see that price has not come back to do the retest of that neckline. We can see price has continued to find higher highs. And when will this neckline happen? Is it going to be this week? That is a question I'm asking as we head into the new week. So, if we're going to be having a retracement phase happening this week, that is, price does a retracement into somewhere around here, or probably the neckline here, with an intention of a trend continuation, then what we want to be looking forward to on a lower time frame is something that looks more like a reversal pattern around this area. And if we look at the structure, how price ended last week, we can see the last candle here looks more like a shooting star, which is also a candle that can be reckoned for bearish momentum in the future. So with this observation here, I was able to scale down to the 4 hours time frame to have a look of what is happening. Moving down to the 4 hours time frame, I was able to identify a couple of levels where I'm looking forward to. And I want to share with you what I see and what this level tells me. So the first level here is the 137.500 area. I want to label this area for the sake of clarity. So 137.500, and put it at the left hand side so that we can see what I'm talking about. So we have the 137.500 level here, and this happened a couple of weeks ago. And one thing I observed here is how this level was once a selling niche for participants in this market. We can see how this level was a selling niche before we saw the outright breakout of that structure during the early days of last week trading session. Now, during the last week trading session, as soon as price tested the 139 Japanese yen level, which also a very strong psychological level, we can see how that same level also held selling opportunities around this area before the breakout of that structure happened during the midweek of last week. So now, with this information we've gathered here, you can see how these two levels have been a selling niche in the market. So what I'm reading into the structure here is that the sellers are coming in little by little to take over this market. And I will not be surprised if I'm going to be seeing a move to the downside from here. That is, price breaks down the 139 Japanese yen level, retest it, break down the 137.500 level, breaks it, retest it, and then move into the neckline before we start seeing that bullish momentum, that bullish continuation we are looking forward to. So this is where my mind is tending towards. I'm expecting there is a possibility that price will come down into this bullish trend line, which also shares a confluence with that neck neckline we identified the 135 Japanese yen area, where I'm looking forward to take a long-term bullish momentum on the USDJPY. That is my first perspective. Then my second perspective is this. And the second perspective is based on the consideration of the long-term bullish momentum here on the USDJPY. And that is, should the 139 Japanese yen level, which is identified here, hold price action during the next week, that is, price comes into this level, does something like a reversal pattern on lower time frame, there is a possibility that we could be having a trend continuation from this point. The same thing also is going to be expected here if price breaks down that level or come back into the 137.500 level. There is a likelihood that we will be having a bullish momentum from this point. So based on what I've just discussed so far, you can see how important these levels are against the new week. And this is where we want to be focusing our attention on. So the 139 Japanese yen, the 137.500 level, and the key level here at the 135 area. So if at any point in time we begin to see reversal patterns during the early hours of the week, we might want to be taking advantage of this counter trend opportunity right into the neckline, which I also said shares a confluence with the bullish trend line we identified on the daily time frame. So what happens if we don't see this retracement move, we didn't see price coming down, and we see that price continues to the upside? And what I want to be looking forward to is this. Remember, we have a structure right at the 140.800 area. Let me show you where that is. So we have it here, 140.800. So we have this level here. So I want to see how that level, how price will, if price does not do that retracement back to the downside, then a breakout of that 140.700 area could probably be another signal of a bullish, could be a bullish signal where a retest of structure should give us a trend continuation to the upside. So these are the scenarios I'm looking forward to against the new week. However, be rest assured that during the early hours of the week, I will be giving you an update in the comment section of this video on how I intend to plan my trade for the week, and that is after monitoring how participants in the markets is relating with these levels during the first few hours of the week. If this video has been of immense help in making your individual decision on the USDJPY, kindly support this project by clicking on the like button. Thank you for watching this video, and also, yes, you might also want to join me on my TradingView platform at Dark Sherry so that you don't miss out on the regular updates I normally share in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video, and I wish you a good night rest. Bye bye.